Hello, everybody.
What is up?
What is good? I always open like that, I noticed. And I think now that we're over the hill, now that we're an official podcast at 51 episodes as of this recording, yes, applause is
God damn.
Well warranted.
The big Cinco Uno.
Now that we're a real boy and not just some dumbass little fucking puppet.
Now you can't tell when we lie.
Yeah.
Our nose no longer grows.
And that's the thing about it too. When I ask how you're doing, clearly I'm lying to the audience. How would I know how you're doing? I guess in the comments later, but this is in real time. I can't hear from you. I can't see you, so I don't give a fuck. Whoops.
It is what it is.
It is, unless you're Leanda, we love you. Thank you for sticking around this long. Thank you for being a real G.
Hey.
Thank you to Justin. Thank you to everyone who's ever supported us.
Indeed. The OGs from the very start.
Thank you to all our guests. Mm-hmm. All our guests. Who was the first guest? I think Cameron was the first guest.
I think he was.
I had him on my phone next to my head.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Then Ben, I think we had 2 duplicate guests so far.
Couple repeats. Nothing wrong with a repeat or two,
Oh no, for sure. You know what I'm saying? We have great chemistry with people, so it's like
we took their seed and got their sloppy seconds. I know that's right. Wouldn't have it any other way. I don't think they've been on any other podcasts, so I mean,
like, once you, because the palette's too high now. It's like when I started making salsa and kale dip, you remember summer 2020?
Yeah.
And I was trying out tortilla chips. Once I've hit the pinnacle, because my salsa and my kale dip, delicious. So now when I go to restaurants and I got that cheap ass shit, I'm like, it just doesn't do it for me. And I can't buy the cheap chips no more.
Yeah.
I'm stuck eating high quality chips now because
that's the problem. Yeah, you dig yourself in a hole when you start making things, and when you make them well. Like for a while, I'd been making those sugar cookies, the family recipe, and that fucked me up on. I mean, I couldn't. The store brand, like confetti. Well, not confetti. Like the sugar cookies that are all the same little circle, and it's like the perfectly.
Them shits are good. I'd be like.
But they're not. But they're not good once I make my own, and I know.
Nah, your shit's way. Your shit's. Son.
But see, then I ruined the affordable alternative for myself. Hey, what's up?
No.
Yeah. Come on, we got a special guest.
Season 2.
Ooh.
Here, come over here. Let's talk. I'm recording. Is that okay? You don't want to be on the recording?
Sure.
This is my cousin Cameron, everybody.
What's happening, Cameron? What's happening? Long time no see.
Yeah, you can see, get in the view here if you want. So you're watching season 2. I just started on HBO, on Max.
Yeah.
How could I? I just started on Max, a show called Vice Principals, and it's hilarious. It is awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I needed something, so the Righteous Gemstone season 3 is out, and they're releasing it episode by episode. Kind of like they didn't put it all out at once. I guess streamers don't do that anymore because they realize that the goal is to keep people on the platform as frequently as possible. So instead of just releasing a fully recorded season, they release it like it's still in production, which is, just arbitrary and stupid. And it makes me want to unsubscribe from everything. But again, I realize I can't, because then I can't see the shows that I want to watch. But in the meantime, to hold me over while I wait for these episodes to come out every week of Gemstones, I've been seeing in my recommended the Vice Principals thing with with oh my God, what is his name? What's
I
the
don't know.
lead's name?
He's decently familiar.
He's got such an iconic. Danny McBride is the lead,
Mm.
and Walton Goggins is his rival principal. I mean, they're just so good. These two are so good in this show, man. And this guy is I guess the creator of all their joint shows. He's actually in Gemstones. He's like the lead guitar player in the church band in the Righteous Gemstones.
No, Walton Goggins is hilarious.
He is so fucking funny in the show. He's Walton Goggins is the highlight of Vice Principals, but he's also really, really good in Gemstones too, as their like uncle.
What is that show about?
It's about a mega church family, Gemstones.
I gotta watch that.
And John Goodman's like the dad, the elder, and then all his children are trying to take over for it. It's kind of like Succession, but a comedy. And
yeah. Me and TT are watching season 2 right now, and we've been laughing our ass off.
So did my mom watch all the first season? Did she go back?
No, she didn't go back, but she knows what happens at the end of season 1.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Don't spoil it for me.
Okay.
Don't spoil Vice Principals, the show that came out in 2016. Don't spoil it for me.
Oh yeah, when I saw it, it was like 2017.
I will watch it. Cameron Morris, everybody, give him a hand.
Bye.
Wow. Yeah, that's what's been going on in my life. All right. So, yep. I'm glad he let me know that they're starting it without me, because then I'll be able to move forward with disowning my family for committing such a
heinous act.
Such an act of war.
Yeah, people get divorced for stuff like that. That's some serious shit.
Yeah, that's no joke.
I would never forgive anybody if they. No, you know what? It's happened to me when Squid Games was out, and I finally watched it with somebody, and then you know what I'm saying, and they came over, and I was like, "Oh, you ready to watch?" And they was like, "Well, I already watched it. We can rewatch." I'm like, I don't want to fucking watch it no more. I don't even want to watch it no more.
I don't want to know you, and I wish I never knew you, and I'm seconds away from strangling you. So do yourself a favor and be lost.
There's the door.
There's the door. See yourself. I was trying to spell the C word with an acronym, but I couldn't figure out what N would be. So
not
see yourself not there.
Yeah.
Yourself obviously spelled with a U.
Just like
you are or self.
Used for you and me.
Oh my God. Oh, we have so much to cover. That's what's exciting about not recording in so long. You know, every now and then we take a couple weeks or a week or so for ourselves, and we don't let anybody know, and we just don't adhere to the schedule. And that's just to be expected. You guys know that already. So what are you mad about? Nothing.
I'm gonna be real with you. When we say we love you, we don't. You was on your cycle last week, and you don't like to do stuff on your cycle. So we was like, well, I'll see you in a week. And it's like that sometimes.
What it is too, really, no. What it is, it's conditioning. We're trying to get you ready for the real world, right? We're trying to teach you that people are inherently unreliable.
Yep.
And that if you set your clock to anything, you could be all but sure that you're bound to be disappointed.
Yep.
It's just a matter of time.
Who better to teach you than us?
Who better?
You know?
Who would you rather teach you? Do you want your parents to teach you that? Do you want your spouse to teach you that? When you walk in on her with the bigger, blacker guy than you could have ever imagined, just deep within her, just completely and utterly ravaging her before your very eyes. But before you see it, you hear it. You hear how satisfied she is, and it's alarming. You think she's in danger because you've never heard that happen between the two of you ever in your life. Do you want that to be the first time you learn this lesson, or do you want us to maybe walk out on you once a week and not say anything, and then come back, because this is in preparation for that real shit that will happen.
This is definitely a toxic relationship, which is why I know you'll all stay, because who doesn't love a toxic relationship? Who doesn't love it?
Who doesn't?
You always come back.
I think I'm addicted to them. I mean, quite
I'm gonna hit
honestly,
you
half
with
of
that. I'm gonna hit you with that. What you doing? You gonna come right back?
yeah, where are you at? Yeah, just WYA.
Yeah.
And
I hate you. You keep doing this. One second
almost
you're
there.
here, 1 second you're not.
Yeah.
And I will be like, all right. And then I'm gonna hit you the next day. What you doing? And where are you at? On your way.
Yeah. And that's what we do here. We make it seem like you're in the wrong. Right? For not expecting that we'd be back today. Whenever this is, I might put this up on some random ass day. I might put it up over the weekend. We'll see.
You should have knew. How you gonna doubt us like that? That's fucked up. You gonna doubt us like that?
But what I was saying is that it's a good thing. It's a net you're learning a lesson, and for one, but two, we have such a great wealth of stories to talk about, of current events that have occurred. Oh, thank you to Gravity for following my Twitch. I don't know where that's weird. I get Twitch notifications on the Streamlabs. Somebody just followed my Twitch, even though I'm not streaming to it, which is really great, and I think a great omen for what we're going to get into. Gravity, as this is this person's username, Gravity. We had a run-in with Gravity recently, or at least undersea pressure with this submarine or submersible vessel, as everyone's been calling it. First of all, can I say submersible? Knock it off with the submersible. You know how many times I've heard that now, more than ever. Submersible vessel. Just call it a fucking sub. Call it a submarine. Move the fuck. Call it a fucking sandwich for all I care.
Yeah, it probably comes from Subway. That's why
I know. But it's such a stupid thing. Exactly. It's so fucking dumb. Every time like some new term comes out of like left field that no one's like ever used casually, and it's just getting like dropped like 12 billion times on the news every 5 seconds.
That submersible vessel.
Yeah. It's like, oh my.
I use that word all the time. What are you talking about?
Exactly. It's like gaslighting. And it is gaslighting, and it's like the term gaslighting, where just out of nowhere everyone started saying it, like it's been around forever. No, it really hasn't. It's really only been around as long as that movie's been around, and it's been used casually even less. So let's back up a second and stop making me think that that's normal. Anderson Cooper.
When they make a Titanic 2 for this little sub, is Celine Dion gonna make a song better than My Heart Will Go On?
Yeah.
Is she gonna do a remix with like
My Heart Will Implode?
Oh shit, boy. Is she gonna have a feature or no? She could probably do fine on her own, honestly. Like, who would do it with her? I don't know. Just because it's a part 2, I feel like that's like
she has to. Yeah, there has to be like a
duet,
a tag team duet.
Who would do it? Maybe Maxwell. I don't know.
Let's look at USA Today's article here, which I should have just pulled up prior, but I only just thought of it to talk about this because it's at the top of everyone's minds, I think.
The place. Look, we're here to put your minds at ease and tell you what happened, because everyone's like, "What happened? What happened?"
Everyone's okay. Happened. Can I lead with that? Everyone is okay. Everyone's fine.
Really okay. Aquaman saved him. What's his name? What's his name? The actor?
Jason Momoa saved them.
Yeah, him.
He went deep down.
Yep.
4,000 feet or whatever under the sea.
Called the dolphin.
And what he did is he lifted it up, and then Wonder Woman flew in because she can fly apparently, according to the Flash. She can just straight up fly. She doesn't need a jet.
Hold up, I was always confused. Can she not fly?
She can fly apparently, but that's not the point, because Aquaman lifted them up, and Wonder Woman swooped in. She lassoed them, and they flew away to safety, to the Justice League headquarters, where Superman used his X-ray vision, or his laser vision eyes to saw it open safely. No, they're fine because they died instantaneously, and they're totally fine from that. Like, all this suspense of like, can they be rescued? How much air do they have? Oh my God, are they banging? Can we hear the pounding down there? Is that what we're hearing with the sound buoys?
And shit, they're working on the fucking soundtrack for when they get out.
Yeah, they were just making their last mixtape down there, I think was what was going on.
They're gonna get Celine Dion on it.
Yeah, exactly. They were giving her the foundation for the next single.
They're waiting for when they sample "My Heart Will Go On," but they'll want her to actually like be on the song too.
It's funny you keep mentioning Celine Dion and Titanic. Well, they were going to see the Titanic, but everyone's interviewing James Cameron now. Like, hey, what would you do? What did you think about this company? You know, that all the lack of oversights, or sorry, all the oversights and lack of regulation. You know, you've built your own submarines. Apparently, James Cameron is like this mariner extraordinaire. He's made like 30 trips to the Titanic, and that's what he does. Like, he's engineered his own subs and shit. And it's just funny to see him like go around like clowning on this company. Like, yeah, it was just it's unacceptable that, you know, there were no safety standards whatsoever. But then it's like he says that there weren't any for his, but he was by himself. So he had resigned himself to die if necessary. but the problem was that this person was giving like passenger trips to like paying customers, without the same safety standards.
Does he have a family? The guy that
James Cameron?
No, the guy that owned it.
You know, I don't know. What's his name's like Stockton Rush. Again, all these names I've been hearing over and over again.
I'd be like owner of Submarine Company, and you'll like find it.
Yeah, Stockton Rush of Ocean Gate.
Who has the money currently? Because they just got like $1 million. Unless his wallet was in there, how they gonna get his bank card? Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't think he had a family, so.
Oh damn. See, well, actually, that makes sense because, like, if you have like a family or a life, you're not fucking deep sea diving to see the fucking Titanic.
Yeah.
Nobody loves you. Nobody cares about you, son.
I mean, people are digging into this guy's family history though. After this, because I think everyone has the same question. Yeah, was this guy just straight up suicidal and he didn't care how many rich people he took with him? You know.
Is that like a business deal?
Yeah.
Maybe he has like a long lost kid and like another billionaire was like, hey, get rid of these people and I'll take care of your kid.
I'll take care of you. I'll make sure your family's good. Yeah, your estate will never not prosper. That's actually really interesting. I mean, one of the guys on there was a fucking billionaire with a B, with the letter B, like a billionaire. And that, you know, that's like, but that's the only thing he could do to get hard. And actually that's what the banging was down there. He was raping everyone. That billionaire, he was so rock hard that entire trip. The minute it got, because it gets pitch black, right? At a certain point, it gets pitch black when you get far enough under before you can see like the underwater surface. He was so just keyed up, like to the max. Like he was working with a diamond cutter, I'm sure, at that point. What we heard with the sound devices above that were deployed for reconnaissance was he was in the process of raping the other 4 passengers. Because that's what it takes when you're a billionaire. You have to go to the fucking Titanic. We know what it looks like. We have robots looking at all the fucking... James Cameron has 30 trips worth of fucking footage. We know what it fucking looks like. What is it going to change? You know how it's going to change? It's going to get worse. It's going to look worse. It's not going to look as good. So you want to go down now after we have all the good footage to see how much worse it looks? What the fuck is the point of seeing it yourself? You dipshit. It's like... Really, all it is he wanted to jerk off again. He couldn't. He hasn't been able to. The medicine doesn't work anymore. Real. This is the only solution for somebody like that, is to go all the way the fuck down there to the equivalent of outer space, but on Earth, and risk dying. It's got to be that. And I think some of these people were the same people who were on the fucking Blue Origin space flight, and it's the same thing. That's all it was. It was Jeff's fucking orgy up there. It's like, and we're inviting one school kid, one high school age or freshman year college age kid up with us so that we can also rape him. And that's how they do things. Why do you think this fucking guy brought his 19-year-old on this trip? It's because we need some young blood in there to get go. Because I know the objective is to get going, but if we're going to keep the momentum, we need a young person present as well.
And the grooming process is way easier in a submarine. There's articles on this, on grooming in submarine.
Yeah, when you're like, they keep saying it's like a minivan sized space without any of like the seats or anything. Yeah, I'm sure it's a lot easier.
Those seats.
Son, you're about to die. Would you like to die a virgin, or would you like to have one final meaningful experience? And this wasn't the plan the entire time, son. Not at all. I feel bad for this kid. Everyone feels bad for some of the people, and maybe not so much for other people. But for me personally, I feel bad for the kid that was there, because stories are coming out. Like, I think his aunt reported that this 19-year-old went with his like successful Pakistani father, like another millionaire, right? Because it was Father's Day. It was a Father's Day present. He wanted to go on this trip because his dad wanted to do something with him for Father's Day. And that's just fucked up. That's and can I tell you, that's exactly why I didn't get my dad a card. I didn't get my mom a card either. And she got mad. I was recording on the podcast when she texts me on Mother's Day, "Where's my card?" It's because I don't want to die. It's out of self-preservation that I don't. Because where do I have to go to get that card? I have to go to CVS. Where do most crimes in the United States occur? Most gun-related incident, I would assume, or at least at knife point, CVS. I've been in a CVS that was being held up before. I was in D.C. and somebody pulled a knife on the clerk, and we were all in D.C. It was me and Cameron back there. He was with us, my brother.
They sell canes at CVS. If you pull a knife out on me, I'm fucking you up. They sell canes there. I wish some motherfucker would pull a knife out on me when they sell canes. I'm beating the fuck out you.
Yeah.
I'm not even, son. Well, I'm gonna call the cops to cover my ass, but I'm beating the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
Like, you'll be like, no, I'm done. You go, nah, bitch. I'll be like, you said you got a gun?
You think that's what's going to happen. I'm telling you, you think that's what's going to happen. But when the knife's not on you, and when you're just kind of like looking around, looking at the different fucking iPhone cables, just trying to find one for your car ride home because the one broke in the console, then somebody pulls a knife on the cashier. It got real quiet. There was maybe like one other customer in there besides us, besides our little group. And he fucking held the knife up, waved it around, and he got out of there. And then that was that. And we were like, okay. Yeah, he didn't take any money, nothing. It just was like, I think he came to his senses. I also think he was homeless or unhoused. All these fucking distinctions we have to make. Unhoused. What's the fucking difference? He was mentally unstable. And I would therefore assume he was equally unhoused.
I think actually we say homeless, but really it's home more because they have more home options because they're not, it's not just one. They got more options than we do.
Free reign of the world.
That are out here paying money to stay somewhere. They got all these fucking options.
Yeah.
They feel at home everywhere.
Why do people call it unhoused now? Is it because like the thought is that they've been removed of their home ownership?
I guess like some people, yes.
That at some point they owned a home and now they've been unhoused at this point.
By the bank. I mean, I guess some people, yeah, like you know what I'm saying, but like some people, they just say.
I don't think that's everyone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go as far as to say I don't think it's most people. I think a lot of the unhoused were never housed.
Some of them, you know what I'm saying, some of them got like schizophrenia and shit, but some of them, they just don't want to work.
But I think a good number of them are probably, like they were kids. Yeah, so I guess they were unhoused from like their families. You know, they went out on their own, but I don't think they ever owned a home themselves. But then there were a lot of veterans too. A lot of people who did
those
homes.
They say there's a link to like lead and like schizophrenia or something like that. Then you know, like all the lead in the bullets and such. So they say there's a link to that. Dang, son, it could have been us.
Could have, should have, would have, could have. I'll go. Hey, when we go to war with China in like 2 months, I'll be there.
Oh, where? I'm coming with you. Fuck it.
I'll
Let's
be a
go.
translator. I'll do it.
Oh my God. The little bit that you know.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh shit.
Shoot, comma, a credit or debit. Yeah, I'll do that all day. Just over there. Relaying information, credit or debit. Yeah.
I have a bunch of like notes written down and in my phone and shit. I know. Do I know how to count still? Put a ER son. Put a she. Shit.
Yeah.
I'm trying
to get a refresher before we go.
I think I'm confusing some of it with Japanese too. So I'm like,
we don't want to accidentally.
Don't want to do it.
Like accelerate. Any of the.
Oh shit! I know a few phrases though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we learned a good little bit.
I'd be like, that means you're cute.
It means you're cute, and they're like, that means you're about to shoot.
Like, don't shoot!
Yeah.
Don't shoot!
Don't
You're
shoot.
cute! Don't shoot! You're cute!
You're cute. Don't shoot.
Don't shoot! You're cute!
You know, for those of you who don't know, we used to work at an Asian grocery store, a world market, and the primary demographic were Chinese exchange students and a lot of Indian, Nepali students as well, but we mainly learned Chinese all day long. So particularly Mandarin and Cantonese. Indeed. We worked with a lot of guys who spoke Cantonese, but we had a lot of customers that spoke Mandarin, so it's a little bit of both going on.
A little mix, you know.
Yeah, fun. So yeah, I'll volunteer. Front lines, baby. I'm all in.
Let's get it. I'm ready. I'm gonna feel like I'm fucking 17 again. Son, when I was 17, I was ready to go. I was like, I don't care. Fucking let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it.
But see, that's the thing. I want to see how many billionaires volunteer. You know, these people who want to rush. It's like, okay, it's one thing.
The way out of it?
I mean, but not even just a way out of it. They want a rush. I mean, okay, volunteer, get a goddamn Iron Man suit for yourself, whatever it takes to like feel safe enough to risk your life and get out there. You know, that's what I don't understand. Where does the propensity for deep sea exploration, for space exploration come where a fascination with war and combat doesn't? I don't understand. Like, those paths should intersect.
I feel like that's a different thrill.
That's still conquest, though. I mean, war is conquest. That's still, you're going to a foreign place to you know. I guess with exploration, it's more so this is like untreaded territory. This is all brand new, maybe, but you're still gonna die. You will die, right? That's the point. Is you're going to die. That's what that's what the coin toss is. Will you die? Will you not die? Probably die on the die side. So, it's like, just risk your life. Just do it.
Yeah. They're like, with my plasma beam, there's no way in my force field, there's no way I'll die in war.
Well, there's going to be people out there like it's Halo. Like, they're playing Halo, and that's what it'll be. They're playing Halo while everyone around them's dying because they were able to spend $500,000 for one tour, you know? Like, okay, we'll give you this plasma rifle. Everyone else is going to be using, regular caliber rounds. But you're gonna have overshields. Your overshields deplete after so many rounds
But
of
they
fire.
recharge.
So make sure and duck away to recharge, or we cannot protect you. And they're like, yeah, whatever. I'm ready to fucking. Some dad and his fucking 25-year-old kid. And they're like, yeah, let's get in there. We already paid. We did the we did the prep at home. We took the tutorial with the Oculus on. I think we're ready. No, but you don't understand. There's going to be mortar fire. There's going to be overhead bombing runs, all of it. And they're like, yeah, fucking whatever. It's just, how much money do you need to make this work?
I can't skip tutorial. He's like,
how can I press skip on you? They're like in the real world.
They're trying to like speed it up, like when
press on his stars on his shoulders. You know, it's like, is this the button to shut you up? Major General, fucking what's his face? Shut the fuck up already. Let me shoot some people. Yeah. Is there a way that we can make the bad people look like aliens, so it's more like Halo, and like the blood, like can it be like blue and shit, or no? Do we just have to look at the people that we're killing? And like this fucking admiral or whatever's going for his gun, it's like I could just, if I was any kind of man, I would just stop this right here. No.
Oh shit! I'd send them first. Fuck it. They got the solar charged fucking shields and the goddamn plasma rifles. They're fine.
Yeah.
The fucking plasma death beams. They're crossing the streams like they're in Ghostbusters and shit.
Exactly. I can't wait. Honestly, do you think they're gonna need us for a war? Do you think
they'll probably draft? Well, I don't think. Can they draft us? I guess in the technicality.
But I mean, like, what for? What would people be doing in modern warfare? Like, what would really be happening? How many on the ground personnel would there need to be? You know, like,
you got a point. Yeah. Damn.
There's so many. Like, there are just so many fucking drones now.
Yeah.
There's so many like robotically manned and operated like vehicular weapons.
You're so right. They've used the Xbox controllers, but they charge them, unlike certain people.
So yeah, that was another thing about this dumb fucking submarine. I'm glad you bring that up. That was also irritating. So what was upsetting most was that the 19-year-old had to die, right? That was upsetting. But then right below that, screw the other four, that they had it coming, whatever, because of this goddamn controller they were using. What's it called? The Titan. The thing is called the Titan. The Ocean Gate Titan controller. Oh yeah, let's look at this. I want to see what the fuck they were working with. Oh my god. Unfucking believable.
Controller too. That's not even like a new one. That's an old one.
That's not. Can I tell you? That's not even an old one. Look at this. This is like, these are Xbox buttons, right? In all the right places. A's green, B's red, Y, X. They're all the same colors as an Xbox. This isn't an Xbox controller. This is like a Y sphere controller. This is like fucking insert random ass Chinese knockoff. And I guess it's Logitech is what it is. I didn't even know Logitech manufactured Xbox controllers, but they seemed to find the last one to use their undersea exploration vehicle with. And they put big old nips on the analog sticks for some reason.
Son, how are you a billionaire and you can't even get the good controllers?
They modified it. I guess it normally looks like this.
But they, like a PlayStation
yeah, they did tweak it. They put nipples on it, so that's nice. Like you said, though, it's wireless.
Yeah.
Why would you even play with fate like that? Make like wireless controllers make the difference of good and bad gaming alone. You want to talk about your life hangs in the balance with a wireless knockoff controller?
hose. Why he ain't plugged the bitch up? Like, what? What?
There's my man.
Hi, son. Could you imagine? You think he got fucked up? Like, once the controller died, you think somebody put their hands on him?
That's what the banging was. Yeah, they were having sex, and then they were like, "What's going on? What? Why aren't we moving?" And then, then boom. Then
What
they
do you
threw
mean?
hands.
He ain't have a fucking go back up button. Like, bro, what?
I was reading something too that said on one of the earlier trips, they realized that one of the thrusters was installed backwards, so they were trying to move in a particular direction and they weren't going anywhere because the thrusters were competing with one another. This is what they were working with, right? It's like no matter what, they were just issues through and through, and they kept taking the same fucking thing down there. And I think that's what ultimately did it in, was that after exposure to that pressure depth repeatedly with material that wasn't certified to sustain that pressure, the third trip was the last trip. That's all they could.
Paper mache as sub.
Yeah, and exactly. People speculated that the carbon fiber portion of the hull actually may have shattered when it could no longer sustain the pressure that it had been subjected to now 3 times. And that once it shattered, that's when the implosion may have occurred, instantly crushing, like emulsifying the people inside. And I saw a video of people performing testing hypotheses on like a dummy at those pressure levels, not even at that pressure, that on depths before the level they reached. And they put a mannequin with animal intestines and shit in it. And once it reached the point where it couldn't handle the depth anymore, where it couldn't handle the pressure, it just, you see inside of like the SpongeBob scuba guy, you know, with like the Cyclops thing, they put it in one of those, and you can see the dummy inside, just, it becomes like pudding. It becomes like red mush, like the fucking McDonald's chicken nugget emulsion. This is just what in it from like the ground up. You just see it, you know. It's fucking, that's likely what happened to them if they didn't get crushed by the interior of the
apparently it was
thing
like
first.
Like beyond instant though. Like apparently that shit was like milliseconds. Like your brain can't even.
I mean, you just like all your fucking atoms, everything just becomes
faster than a Dano snap.
Yeah,
you're gone. Like that's a super blip. Because when Dano snap, motherfuckers was like, "Oh shit, boy!" But this shit was like, "You're gone."
Yeah, wild. So I was happy to be one of the many to be tracking this like 3 days after it happened. You know, like I was late to the game, but then I was in. Once I knew about it, I was in. I was watching like news broadcasts, waiting for the fucking Coast Guard press conference, and it's just such a letdown to know that they weren't suffering this whole time. That like I could have been doing, like we could have been recording, we could have been doing bigger and better things in the meantime than sitting around waiting with bated breath for an announcement. You know,
I wanted last words. Bro, Twitter was wild. They was making mad jokes and shit. They were like, what would you do when you got out? And it was like, I'm suing a submarine company.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Without question, suing a submarine company. I'm lining up a booty call ASAP.
With a near-death experience.
It just hasn't gone down yet, so I need to deal with it as soon as possible.
Oh my god.
You know, if I'm the billionaire at least, because that's what I wanted. That's what I paid for.
Exactly.
And mission accomplished. No, I mean, that's just hilarious to me. And it's the same as, again, the Blue Origin flight. It's like you're just like fingers crossed that they blow up, and that, you know, that's how great would that be. And then there's
cool.
like Mount Everest. A lot of people go to Mount Everest.
Oh my god!
And they die because they want to get a selfie in the same place that a fucking ton of people have selfies. Just want to be one more person to take a Sherpa up to watch them
People be
die.
surprised. They'll be like, the bodies are still up here.
Yeah.
Bitch, you gonna go up there. If you die just from being in a place, I'm not going to that place. It doesn't make sense. In Call of Duty, when somebody goes out of bounds and they die, you don't go out of bounds and try to save them because they're fucking dead. Okay? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
If that's a dead zone, that's a dead zone. Son, I'm not going there. Leave them there. That's where they want to go.
Leave them there. And actually, this is a nice transition to a story I just remembered about. Happened, unfolded a couple weeks ago. I don't think we've talked about this even privately. Did you hear about the Mount Everest guy who went up and he had to get carried all the way back down Mount Everest because he became at some point unable to walk? I don't know. He got injured up there. So his guide carried him back down, like the entire trek on his back, right? Like he strapped him in and carried.
I'll be like you owe me because I could leave you here to die.
Okay, right. So like you owe me, right? Is the thought. Yeah, so let's read this article here so I can tell you exactly what this guy did to say thank you to the Sherpa that saved him. This article, courtesy of the Intelligencer. Let's see. There's a big drama at the top of Mount Everest. And I think this was published on the 7th of this month. This is June we're in. Every year, the brief window of the summit, Mount Everest, brings all the elements for high human drama, the prospect of wealthy clients fearing they may not achieve their life goal, the reality of seasoned Sherpas doing the bulk of the work without much credit, the moral peril with nearly every step. Yeah, that's a lot that goes into it. Oh man, let's see here. I'm trying to. On May 18th, a 30-year-old guy named Gelje Sherpa was ascending the mountain with a Chinese client when he came upon a 58-year-old Malaysian climber who was shivering and struggling to hang onto a rope. The man who was without a guide was in what is known as the death zone. Nice, that's what you were referring to, the death zone. The altitude above 26,000 feet where the pressure of oxygen in the air collapses and the extreme temperatures and extreme stresses on the human body can quickly kill. This guy abandoned his summit to attempt to care for the man. After wrapping him in a sleeping bag, he and another guide, Nimatashi, spent the next 6 hours taking turns strapping him to their back. So they alternated him. Okay, that makes more sense. I mean, even the thought of both of them doing that for 2,000 feet of...
Son, I'm going to be real. Nah, we all make our own decisions in life. You know what I'm saying? Unless you were like a little kid whose parents forced them to fucking climb Mount Everest, I can't help you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unless he climbed up that shit like many years ago. He climbed up decades ago as a kid. He was like, my daddy went up there. He told me I had to come, and he went up there, and I stayed here. He hasn't been down yet.
But no, these two found it within their hearts to stop what they were doing and assist this man back down, or not even just assist, completely lift this man back down.
How was he skinny? Was he like fat? Was he like?
I think he's regular. I think you have to be somewhat athletic to even do this, to even be allowed to do. No, like they won't let you, because you train with people and there's a whole vetting process beforehand, and you have to be rich to pay for it all. So yeah, you have to be in a certain condition to. But
think about it. I think fat people would survive longer because they stay warmer.
There might be some sort of like body fat percentage you need to meet to be able to do it too. I'm sure there's all sorts of like requirements. I'm sure there's a minimum threshold for a lot of different components that you have to meet. And I think this guy was a little shorter too because he's Malaysian. So I mean, but they all are. They're all a little shorter than you or I. Unless you're like one of the fucking Norwegian people doing this shit. If you're like 6'5" up there. It's like good fucking luck. Yeah, that might have made the difference. If they saw some big old fucking tower of like an Arnold Schwarzenegger looking motherfucker, and be like, hey, I don't know. Sorry, buddy.
It's a few less steps, you know.
But it is almost impossible to rescue climbers at that altitude, an official from the Department of Tourism told The Guardian. And the Sherpa told CNN that the rescue was the hardest in my life. But apparently the climber who was recovering back home in Malaysia wasn't thrilled. After appearing on Malaysian television, he seemed to have blocked the Sherpa on Instagram. The story quickly rocketed through the Everest community. Eventually, the climber unblocked the man who saved his life. The climber did not respond to a request for comment. In one post, he wrote, I am alive today because I had the best and dedicated partners, the 14th Peaks Expedition Company and Global Rescue Incorporated. The organization appears to be a company he is sponsored by, not the company that the Sherpa owns and operates. So his instinct was to thank the people who sent him there and that could afford to send him there instead of the people that saved his life.
Son, that's why I don't do shit for people, because nobody's grateful. Don't do. I'll be telling. I got friends that are nice, and it makes me sick to my stomach. I'm like, why are you fucking like? I'm like, no, don't do that. People don't appreciate shit, bro. I'll be like, no, don't move out of nobody's way.
Nope.
Don't go out of your way to do shit for people. No, you gotta look out for numero uno. Numero uno. Because people don't appreciate shit, boy. They don't. They fucking don't. Okay? Goddamn. You know what I'm saying?
That's fucking right.
Son,
fucking believable. Imagine that. Imagine you carried somebody on your back.
Son, I can't even imagine that.
Yeah,
I can't.
And you're in the death zone. You're currently in the area that people are known to die, right? So you're expending energy that you probably don't have anymore, or that you can't afford to waste. And it's like, okay, let's do it. Yeah,
Son,
so
I knew this was gonna make me feel like this, because in my head I'm like, he should do him down that bitch, like fucking just like toss his ass, or like let him slide like a fucking penguin or some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's take a look here. It
He wouldn't
says,
have to worry about it with me. I'll tell you that. He'd have been like, help me. I'd be like, bitch, who brought you up here? Wow.
Sorry, there's a cut there, everybody. I had some technical difficulties, but with the story here, the guy does eventually thank his rescuer.
Let me tell you something. I don't even fucking want it no more. I go on Instagram Live and spit in your face, because like I'm not going all the way over there to do it.
He said thank you, and I hope you're recovering well. So do you think that's adequate?
You petty bitch.
Yeah.
I'd say some fucked up shit. Does the guy's legs work now?
I don't know. What's this guy's name again?
I was thinking it was gonna be like some incredible shit. He didn't want to be saved. He didn't ask to be saved. Did he ask to be saved? I'm sure he did. I don't know. He could have been like, nah, don't save me. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you be like, nah, I'm gonna leave your ass. Trust and believe. And if you ask me, I might leave you. I'll be like, how much money you got? Yeah, boy, ain't shit free in this life. Empty them pockets. Give me your wallet.
Yeah, I can't find the guy's name on this article, but I'm not going to search it either, because I don't think he deserves any more breath. I mean, really, truly.
We can't give these hoes clout.
Not at all. Oh, goodness. Well, we've been going almost an hour here. I think this is a good stopping place. We have some more to talk about, though, and we'll record another soon here. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm so happy to be back. I'm happy to see everybody. I'm happy that we have such a fun, dedicated audience that's only growing. It's only getting larger. And hashtag blessed is really all I can say. Do you have any advice for the folks at home as maybe does or doesn't pertain to anything we've spoken about? up to this
I
point.
gotta give the folks some advice. I gotta do it. There's some type of advice I gotta give it to them. I gotta let them know.
The only constant of the show that we do is the advice you give at the end.
Indeed. Listen here, people. Listen here. All right.
I think they're listening. If they weren't already.
Open. Close your eyes, because it'll make your other senses stronger, including your hearing. So close your eyes and pinch your nose and close your mouth and open your ears. Try to dumbo them bitches. Make sure, you know what I'm saying? Focus on that shit so you can hear my words. Heed my words and accept this knowledge that I'm trying to give you. Okay.
Do I need to restart the song? Or?
No.
I wasn't going to. I wanted to let you know I wouldn't be able to do that if you needed me to.
When you're shopping in a grocery store, you know what I'm saying? You gotta. Here's one shopping tip. You gotta bulk buy. You gotta shop.
Yeah.
Price per unit, because it's cheaper in the long run. You know what I'm saying? It might be expensive at the point of purchase, but over time, you know what I'm saying? It's a better purchase. You know? So don't be afraid to get that 64 ounce instead of 8 ounce. You know what I'm saying? If it's like a $2 difference, you know. Also, when you buy expensive shit, take care of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because like you don't want to buy like $100 shit like once a year. I mean, I guess that's not that bad, but it's like depending on the item. You know what I'm saying? Just try to take care of your shit so you don't have to keep buying it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us we forget how fragile things really are. You know, just like the human body.
Can you tell me what the fuck they had to do with anything we talked about? Okay, so you talked about when you said when you go to the store. Okay, I was like, okay, he's gonna link this to the damn.
I was
being
getting
stuck
to it.
up.
I was just about to get to it.
It's the song's over. We're done. Maybe next time.
Acapella on this bitch. Yeah. Acapella bitches.
Yeah.
When you fucking bitch, goddamn. Hey, I'll hit y'all with this shit next time. Stay tuned. No, we do like in TV when they do like the end credit and the end credit.
Yeah.
Like in Marvel and shit.
They'll get the recap of this episode.
The human body's frail. You're not as fucking tough as you think. When you out there climbing on the fucking mountain and somebody saves your fucking life, you fucking say thank you. But if some of you trip and somebody offers to fucking pick you up, bitch, say thank you. If somebody opens the door for you because you don't know that door could have fractured your fucking wrist, you say fucking thank you. God damn it. You unappreciative bitches.
Yeah, it's too bad no one's going to see that because no one watches those clips anymore. Everyone walks out. I just saw The Flash twice, and in both, people walked out. I was like the only person there at the end. Yeah, nobody cares.
No, DC doesn't make good movies, no way. Marvel, I still watch them. DC, I didn't know they had them. I don't know.
Yeah, DC, I mean, every movie has them, actually. It's not even a superhero thing anymore. It's just every movie has a thing now, so.
Damn, that's kind of...
Yeah.
I know Disney, but Pixar always
every like blockbuster movie, every big budget thing. So like Mission Impossible, I bet you're just gonna have one. I bet that like just yeah. So anyway, fuck everybody. Fuck. If you want to go on a submarine, do so.
Yeah. If you want to have an orgy, a submarine's the best place.
Yeah.
A lot of thrill because you're in a submarine, all the pheromones are bouncing around on the inside.
Bounce around. There's none of the fuck. You don't have to worry about putting the seats down. Just the toilet seat, and that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. There you go.
All right.
Yep. Also, buy tickets for the L&C Submarine Orgy September